Volcano vlogging. Hey, g'day guys and girls, viewers, first time watchers, followers. It is Keith here, and I've been dreaming. Yeah, I get this recurring dream, and I've got to get back to some action. I've got to get back to some adventure. So guess what? Here comes another new series, and it's about adventure. Right, what sort of adventure are we talking about here? Well, this is one of the ultimate adventures that I've been dreaming about for a long time, and that's to do a series on volcanoes. So let us go volcano vlogging, yeah! Now, I've been staying in the Philippines, and I've been staying in a place called Davao City. Wonderful spot. I've got a little place here, and guess what? It is at the foot of a big volcano. It is an active volcano, however, it's not that active where you can't climb it. It is called Mount Appo, and it's right on my doorstep. I've been seeing this thing for months and months and months while I've been here, and I thought, great, let's climb this thing. And it turned out to be a volcano, so let us do it. Let us climb Mount Appo. It is over 2,900 meters, so it's going to be one hell of a climb. I have been training, so I'm ready for this. So let us go and do it. Let's get into it right now. Volcano vlogging.
Rising from the earth comes fire and smoke. Ignore the signs and you're gonna choke. If the ground starts to rattle and inflate, get the hell out. Don't leave too late.
We're to the Boulders. 87 Trepidate.
Volcano vlogging. Volcano vlogging. Watch it, baby.
Really.
Volcano vlogging.
And there's a salt matter, got a good shot of it. But now all that's just...
Volcano vlogging.
Alright, now we're getting into our day climbing Appo. I'll just show you Appo. It's up there, it's shrouded in cloud, and we're up a fair way, so I'm not walking from sea level. No, I'm not that stupid. But I've come up to this resort, and this place is littered with resorts everywhere. I mean, they call anything a resort up here, but this is actually a nice resort. It's called Appo Flower Garden Mountain Resort, and it's a coffee shop, and it's more than a coffee shop. It has got the most cracking view, and I will show you this right now because we're walking out at this point here. It looks like you're actually gonna fall off the edge. Hope the sun's not hindering this view, but look at that. Here it is right at the end. Whoa! Wow, there it is. We got Appo up there. That's where we're climbing, and that's looking down out to Davao City. We're looking out the coastline, and you can see it's dotted with all sorts of good things around here, and it's a mecca. It's a mecca for, yeah, you know what, growing vegetables. I saw the biggest cabbages. Well, not biggest ones, well, pretty big, but a nice field of them, fully grown, ready to go. But they've got everything up here. But that's what I want, that thing up there. That's what I want to get to the top. It's going to take me a couple of days. So we're going to jump in the car, we're going to get down to our jump off point, and we're going to go to climb Mount Appo. Prior to that, I'll just quickly show you what's going on around here at the Appo Flower Garden Resort, because it's got some pretty cool things, I've got to tell you. And it's flowers. I mean, flowers are everywhere. The tipitias are a very common thing around here. But I wanted to take you up and show you something that I thought was pretty cute, and I'll show you from the background. I better stick to the paths. But it's this thing over here. I don't know what it is. Well, I do know what it is. It's hands in the shape of a heart. Okay, we're nearly there. Now that is mega cool, isn't it? Yep. Oh, I really like that. And flowers everywhere. Got a great pool. Quickly go in here. Not that you'd sort of jump in the pool in the early morning. I mean, if you like a bit of chilliness, a bit of coldness, because it does get quite cold up here. You jump in there. Beautiful area. it's a little gem up here. So I just thought I'd just quickly show you where I'm just staying for a couple of nights. Well, actually tomorrow night I'm staying on the top of that mountain there. But look at this garden. Oh, I don't have time to show you it all. I just thought I'd just quickly whiz around and show you some main features and just basically tell you where I am and where I'm going. But yeah, plenty of good things. It's like a little maze. And an eagle. All right, we do not want to see too much of this. Let us get on our way. Let us get to our jump off point and get this hiking going, get this trekking going. All right, see you later. Appo Flower Garden Mountain Resort. Right, we have made our way down to Kagen, and just beyond Kagen we've got a little terminal here, which is Kabul? Yeah. The Kabul terminal, where we've met Rain. He's our local guide. He's right there. Yes. He's going to take us up. He's going to take us up to an area where we're going to meet up with our main guide. So here it is. This is our starting point. It's called the jump off point. Yeah. It's where you park your vehicle and it gets looked after for 150 pesos just over here. That's good. I like that, and it's undercover, which is great. All right, let us get into this. I don't anticipate it being a huge hard walk at the moment, but you never know, it's going to be long. I'm expecting tomorrow morning when we have the assault on the actual peak at night time, that's going to be interesting, and I'll try and vlog a bit of that. Anyway, it is time to get going. I'm going to grab the backpack out of the car, and Arain's going to take me up to the mountain. We're just into the walk a little way, and look, I am going to actually shoot just some interesting things, but we've come to the first river crossing, and thank God it's not a proper river crossing where you've got to swim across, but I don't think there's any of those. However, it does have a facility here which I believe is hydro, so it's a little system, but I didn't realize it was hydro. I mean, look at the outflow here. I don't know how the water, I think that's probably the water being generated, and there's probably a turbine in there. But I do like how the Philippines are into their green energy, and not just hydro. Hydro is quite large, little things like this. I haven't actually seen many hydros, but when you look at maps, Google Maps, you see a whole lot of little hydro places spotted along the way throughout the country. But there's one other thing that's here that we're going to talk about really quickly. Green energy, and as you know, hydro is green energy, but they've got a geothermal plant here. Now, I thought, great, I wouldn't mind getting in there, but it's on the other side of the mountain, on Mount Appo. It takes 2 hours to get there, and hiking, forget it. So I did want to swing past that, but it's just out of the way. But geothermal, yeah, tapping Appo Volcano, the heat for electricity. What a great idea. And they've got a few of those around in the Philippines, and one of them's here at Mount Appo. I wouldn't mind getting there one day. Anyway, it is on with the hike. Here it is. We're getting serious now as we pass the hydro plant. All right, let's get into it. My guide, he's up there waiting for me patiently. Yeah, that was uphill. I don't know, 30 minutes straight up, and with this backpack, which I'll show you in a minute, man, I got all my water, my food, my bag, my sleeping bag, a little tent, and it'll weigh more than 10 kilos, I reckon. So I should have taken that into consideration. Maybe let my guide take a bottle of water or two. But anyway, we're here at the first stop point to, is this the park entry?
Yeah, this is receiving area.
Receiving area, okay.
Hey,
all right.
Good morning.
All right, good morning, mein Buntag. Right, we're going to do some, pay some dues, I suppose, some fees before we continue. and have a rest as well, yeah. Now we're, getting up to about 1,300 meters. We do get different crops being grown. I was told here we've got carrots getting grown. This is quite a steep slope down there. It doesn't look like it. I'm not sure what they're growing up here. As said, plenty of vegetables grown here, and as we go up the higher elevations, different sort of crops are put in. But this one, carrots, I've seen the carrots, I've eaten the carrots. They're pretty good actually, especially the fresh ones. And I'm dying to try a carrot from here. I might just go and just pluck one. I'm sure no one's going to worry if I just reach down and grab one and just munch on it like a rabbit. But I won't, because it's someone else's property and I respect that. Our objective is up there, so let's do it. I gotta say, it's testing me. Fitness wise it's fine, I think, but it's the continual upward impact on the legs. And sometimes you're climbing, the extra 12 kilos is not helping. We are approaching 1,500 meter elevation and we're in a rainforest now. Cooler, you see, moist, cool, no sun, but there's no sun up here anyway because we're virtually in the clouds up at this height. And I'm pushing on. The legs are getting a bit jelly-ish, but I've got to hang in there and keep going because we're nowhere near the top, and we're certainly not that close to the first campsite, which is at 2100. Okay, 2 hours into the hike or the trek, and we've made it to a place called Volcano camp. As you see, 9 kilometers before the summit. So there's a long way to go. We haven't made the first camp, obviously. Elevation we're talking about, I think is, hang on, just check the elevation. I've also got the timing going. We're doing 2 hours, I think I mentioned. And I'm just trying to work out the elevation, if I can get it up. I've got an altimeter here on the smartwatch. 1,556 meters. So we're about a bit higher than where I'm staying. And it's taking us 2 hours. Whoa. I'll tell you what, some of this area has been pretty steep. All right, we're going to take a quick rest here and it's on to the proper camp where we're going to set up and relax before we make an assault on the summit tonight. Actually, it's going to be early in the morning, about 1 AM I think. Yep, me again. I'm still alive, I'm still surviving. The legs feel like jelly after 2.5 hours. It's been mainly up steep parts. We are getting regular breaks for a few seconds and then on again. Rain, 29-year-old, he just goes ahead. I'm just plodding behind him. He tells me we're gonna have a rest here, and that always means bad news actually if we're gonna have a rest before something. He said up here is an assault. An assault means an assault as in you get assaulted by the mountain. And it's steep, it's punishing, and I've got a 12 kilo pack, don't forget. I did offload a 1.5 litre water container to rain, so it does help, but I'm still feeling it. The legs are certainly feeling it, so we'll see what happens on the assault. And then about an hour or two maybe after that, we might break camp. Oh no, we go to some sort of rock, which I'll show you guys, and then another hour or two after that, then we'll break camp. Oh, wish we could break camp right here, right now. But anyway, it is time for a quick sit down, a swig of the water, and off on an assault on some sort of, I wouldn't say cliff face, but certainly it'll be steep. Up there. Yeah, talking about an assault. It is, it's not too dangerous, but man, it's tough. And there's some sort of weird noise around here. I don't know what it is. We've hiked kilometers. It sounds man-made, but it could be cicadas, could be, I don't know. I have to find out. Birds. It's in the trees. The strangest cicadas I've heard. Such high pitch. I mean, back in Australia, their noise is like deafening, but they don't have this sort of high pitched sound. They're all around me. It's quite creepy. On with the assault. My guide's up there somewhere. Okay, here we are at Big Rock E-Camp. And there's the rock. It is a big rock, sticking out of the ground. But what is more awesome It's a freaking tree around it that's just smothering it. It's a big tree too. And it says, nah, this is my rock. I'm gonna hold it. I'm gonna grow over it. It is my rock, nobody else's. And look at it, it's really rooted in all the way into the ground, rooting out again everywhere. I don't know, that's gonna have to be many tens or many decades of years old. It's a spectacle.
Bye.
Well,
Bye.
we got to the campsite, and guess what? There is a house here, a structure here. Now, I didn't actually get told about this. I got told there was toilet facilities. I thought, great. I go, wow, this is a big toilet, but apparently no. It can actually stay in there. So I didn't need to bring a tent, so I could have left that behind, making my backpack a bit lighter. I did communicate with Bernard a lot. I asked him about everything, especially about camping there, and I said I was going to bring a tent. He said he normally brings a sleeping bag, but he did not tell me that this structure was here and that we could use. Anyway, I'm not worried about that. Let's just try and get inside. Rain's trying to get inside and he's having trouble. So maybe a tent will come in handy if we can't get inside. Oh, he's done it. He's opened it up.
Yeah, we stay here for one night.
All right. Let's have a look at accommodation. Do you take your shoes off at the door? Whoa. Hey, you can even have... I said fire. I said, can you light fires here? And he says, no, you can't.
Sir, stay here for one night.
I'm going to have a talk to this Bernard. Actually, Bernard isn't with us. I thought he was the guide, but Rain's the primary guide. Bernard's laying home, feet up in the air, probably sucking on a red horse by now. And yeah, he didn't give me all the information correctly, but I don't care. I'm climbing Mount Appo. I'm halfway there. And tonight we're going to make an assault, but we're going to leave the backpack behind, I think, in this shelter here. Okay, time to break camp. Well, not break camp, I think make camp, and yeah, sort of relax and just get sort of rejuvenate the legs. God, they're sore. Anyway, that's it in there. To two better with a fire. It's got a table, bench. It's class in the middle of nowhere. Mount Appo, love you. Well, I suppose I better show you around the campsite because it is much bigger than a cabin, which is actually for the porters, and I'm staying in it because my guide said, oh, well, let's stay in it tonight, and I don't want to pitch tents. But there are people here pitching tents, one there. But look at the facility, they've got toilet facilities here. They call them CRs, and they've even got running water. Look at this, what a good setup. Even a bit of concrete here, a water tap. Now this goes, I believe, to a reservoir which is over there, and it looks like they've got another structure over there. It may be another toilet, or it might be a reservoir actually. We'll go and have a quick look. Now don't forget, this is in the middle of nowhere. I've had to hike like 4 hours to get here. It's 12 kilometers from the drop-off point. Actually, I think it was a bit more, but it was about 12 kilometers. So it's a long way in, and people have brought all this stuff in. So I think it's another toilet. Man, it's another toilet facility. That is incredible. They've got that. They got that. Got another water tap here, and look at this. Even a sink. Yep. It's got everything, including the kitchen sink. I love that. And the water reservoir is somewhere around there. I'm not going to go tromping around. It's getting late in the afternoon. It's not a lot of light, but enough for me at the moment just to do a bit of logging. But that is enough. That's the campsite, because we are going to have an early night. We're going to, in a couple of hours, maybe 3 or 4 hours, we're going to go to bed, and they're going to wake up nice and early so we can have an assault on the mountain. And we'll leave our backpacks behind. Just take a basic backpack up there. All right. Look who's here. Yep. He's a nice monkey. And he smelt the food in the cabin. This is where I am, just here. Oh my God. Now, I have had experience with baboons or monkeys, and you don't want to mess with them. Well, hi there. It's 2 a.m. in the morning, and we're awake. I've been to the toilet, which is one good thing. Yeah, for number 2, yeah. It's a long way to the toilet from here. I don't know why this cabin is so far away from the facilities. I mean, they're basic facilities, but a toilet through the mud. Yeah, it poured, it rained last night for several hours, so I'm assuming the track is pretty full on. Anyway, having my breakfast. It is muesli in a cup. It's a great invention, and it's very easy, it's very simple. It doesn't require any cooking. So throw it in, take the long life milk, little sachets, they're perfect. Whack it in there, get into your tummy, and you're away for the day. And we're going to need some energy for this next part of the climb, because it is aggressive, it is punishing, and I'm ready. I think I'm ready for it. I've had thoughts through the night. Oh, should I continue this? Should I, go back? It's pouring with rain. It's going to be cancelled. I mean, I had all these thoughts, as you do in the middle of the night when you get broken sleep. Actually, I didn't get much sleep at all. But look, enough of that. Let us get into the trek. I'll try and show you guys a bit of what's going on. It's going to be pretty dark, but I've got the great lamp or head torch there. Oh, it's a beauty. Well, after how many minutes? About 40 minutes, 50 minutes, really steep climb. We've made it to the boulders. I can't show you much because it's night time, but here's the start of them. And they get bigger. So, welcome to Boulder Face, okay. How many kilometers? Rain?
3 kilometers.
Huh?
3 kilometers.
3 kilometers. 3 kilometers of boulders.
From here to summit.
Okay, all right. We're going to do this at night, are we?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to do this at night. Well, glad we got the good headlamp. This is a really good one. Going to have a swig of water, and then we'll get into it. I've taken the jacket off. Oh, okay. Well, we're just going past the sulfur vents, and I can smell it. But what I want to do is actually show you. It's a bit yellow around here, the rocks and that. And oh, got it. It stinks. So I'm not gonna hang around. I'm gonna get the camera out again on the way down to show you a bit more visual stuff. But yeah, the vents are down that way, and I can smell it. So I'm getting out of here before I get smothered in the sulfur. Oh man, who thought at 4 a.m. in the morning I'd be at 2,445 meters climbing Mount Appo. It is blowing a bit. The sulphur's still a bit smelly, but I'm getting up there. There's only 500 meters vertical climb left on these boulders. You can see boulders, bit of vegetation here. It is full on. This is full on adventure, and one slip and you're going down a fair bit because it's steep. But we've got to continue, we've got to keep going. We've got to get to the summit before sunrise. It is windy as here, I must admit. And not going to get a very good view of the sunrise because it's just too foggy. Yeah, not far now. Probably 15 minutes to the summit. That is not the summit. It is this way still. And this is another intrepidating part of the mountain. 87 degrees. Look at it. And not a really good conditions to climb it in. Now look at that. That's, yeah, nearly 90 degrees, but we've got to get up that somehow. Anyhow, we've got to go with our guides. We've got to go down to go up. Look at the weather. It's horrendous. Got a bit of protection from this vegetation here. I don't know how the hell it's growing here. It is bad, it is crazy, it's adventure. And we've made it to the Crater Lake. I think it's Crater Lake. Doesn't look too inviting to me. Yeah, I thought I'd get out of the wind a little bit just to show you a bit of the Crater Lake here. I don't know how big it is, I can't see the other side. It's just too foggy up here. And just blowing a gale. Oh, alright, it's onto the summit. It's not far from the Crater Lake, and it's up, and it's very, very exposed, like it is here. Actually, I'll take you into the exposed area, and the wind will just smash the camera. Look at these guys. There it is. Well, here it is, the last bit, the last section we've got. That is the summit. We're so close. And I'm totally spent, and I'm only halfway home. Woohoo! But I'm gonna get there. I'm so determined. It's such a hard climb. I'm gonna get there. Appo! I love you, Appo! These guys are crazier than me. All right. Thanks for coming to the top of Appo Mountain, the volcano, the highest peak in the Philippines. We did it! Just gonna get back down again safely. Wow, that was totally awesome. I'm soaked. The weather's crap. It's about 80 to 100 kilometers per hour. It's pretty cold, but I'm going up to the sign. Oh, we did it! Gotta get out of here. Right, we're on the descent now. We've come from the top, we're down probably about an hour already, and we've just entered the sulfur fields. I'm going to show you plenty of sulfur here on all the rocks. Gives you an indication of how much is pumped out into the air. Look at this. This is a landscape from another planet. It's like Mars or something. The boulders, they're all tainted with this yellow sulfur look, and it makes it quite eerie. And I tell you what, it's treacherous. Climbing down is worse than climbing up. So you've got to be careful. Like one little slip and that's it. You twist an ankle, broken an ankle, and your history, you're going to have to be carted off there or helicoptered out. You're not going to get down with a busted foot. No way in the world, because these boulders go for about I think they said 3 kilometers of boulders, and they're brutal. They're brutal in your hands. I should have worn some gloves. They're brutal in your shoes, but they're awesome. I love them, and they just give a sense of adventure to your trek. A wild adventure. Look at it. Oh, the sulfur. And we're not actually really close to the sulfur vents yet, which I hope to get a good shot at when we get closer. Getting close to sulfur vents. So what do when you're near sulfur vents and there's sulfur all around you? Well, you lie in it, don't you? Yeah. It is absolutely everywhere around here. Yep, there it is. Pure sulfur. Whoop. We've had a slippage. Someone's gone down a few rocks. Alright, we'll leave it there because the Appo volcano gods do not like us taking things from his mountain. Yep, got to remember about that. Don't take any rocks. I mean, they're tempting and there's plenty of them, but just don't do it. The gods will get you. Now check out the sulfur vents. We've got a really good view from the valley. There's the valley and there's the sulfur vents. Let's see if we can zoom in on the camera phone. Yeah, let's get a really good zoom in on that vent. It is pumping, it is hissing. Right, there it is. We've zoomed right in and it's puffing away. And it's bright yellow, as you can see. And it's off limits, of course, this valley. You don't really want to breathe that in, that stuff that's coming out. It is deadly. Anyway, I'm really glad I got a good shot of this and during the day. Right, now we're on our way down. And look, the ascent was really, really tricky and challenging. But now all that's aside, I've just got to come back and realise why I'm here for. Because it's nature. It's a challenge, but it's all about nature. So I just wanted to get back to nature. And you just can't help feeling like you want to get back to nature. Let it hang out. Let it all just, you know, be raw. That's what it's all about. Being raw in the bush. And that's what I love. In the rainforest especially, where it's nice and moist. Yeah, and I hope you've enjoyed that little ride that I just took you on. It's an awesome adventure. I really recommend it, but do some training. All right, man, I was not ready, even though the fitness was up there. The training, the hills just was not there, and that's why I'm going to be suffering for the next few days. All right, anyhow, that's it from me. I hope you liked my first of my episode, my volcano vlogging, because Mount Appo is a big volcano, and it's sleeping at the moment, but you never know when it wakes up. And the sulfur vents vent was pretty cool, actually, so I did enjoy that. All right, back with another episode very, very soon. Live your dreams. And actually, I don't know if I want to do this again, because these dreams, they freaking hurt. Oh, God. Anyway, just live them. They don't have to hurt all the time. Right, bye-bye. See you in the next one.
No vlogging. Volcano vlogging.